Hello everyone, welcome back to the Pooz Network. My name is poozrfroope, and right now you're seeing a very rare thing indeed. I'm on my cleric, who just dinged level 27. I'm in Castle Mistmore, and the reason I'm here, and the reason you're seeing me play this character, is my bard is now level 8, and swarm kiting is a real option now, like a very, very obvious choice for me to move on. But as I learn how to do it better and better, I realized that I need to be able to survive getting hit sometimes, even because mistakes are going to happen. I'm not really surviving all that well, and I realized that I'm wearing cloth, and cloth isn't that great. So I'm in here because I know for a fact that bronze armor drops all the time in here. So I'm just hoping to grab a couple pieces, be able to send it his way. And because I had to, I got a new computer, I don't have any, anything. I used to have all kinds of macros for this stuff, and it's basic stuff, but I know how to play a cleric. But my group's diminished a bit. I don't know what's going on. People are going link dead. How's everyone else doing? Today is the kind of the start of my work week. Well, not really. I've been kind of working since yesterday. But Thursdays are pretty rough. A lot of work to be done. Glad to be home, relaxing, making a video for you guys. Another EverQuest one. We'll get back to my bard soon once I get them all. Not twinked, just more capable. Really I'm concerned with his armor class and health for him, just so that he could get stunned, be able to throw on his healing song and his run song and run it off, and then come back at the swarm kite with a little bit more capability. I'll give him a heal, and then I'm going to check these bodies. No need for the rawhide. I mean, rawhide is better than what I kind of got, I think, but really looking for that. Letting the zone know my intentions to grab the bronze. A lot of people just kind of pick it up and don't really need it. On my cleric, I use my buff to actually heal because it's a little bit. It's about equally mana efficient than my greater healing. But its recast time is faster and its cast time is faster. I think it gives me less aggro as well. Everyone's topped up. This guy's asking me how my mana is. I think I got the a barding group. Got a yeah, Sabbath is a bard, and then we have this noob who's a magician, and then I think Selenedra is a rogue. That's all you really need. Guy's trash talking me. I don't know what. Just asking for a little bit of help. He's trash talking me. Let's give him a greater heal. See how much it heals for. Plap. Pretty good. 294. It's true what that guy was saying when I asked him, told him about the whole bard survival thing. He says if you survive a single hit, then you're not pulling enough swarm. That's true. But shit happens all the time, this or that, when you're bard kiting. And you really don't want it to be it. You don't want it to be the end. You just want maybe even one mistake possible out of like 5 or 6 swarms, and you want to be able to come back from that. I wonder if it's better to sit up and do the greater hill, just so I have a lot longer time sitting. The aggro is real when I do that. I need to get that macro. I forgot what the macro was. It was a wait period of time that I was unsure of. Stand up, cast, wait a period of time, and then sit. Send out a message maybe about don't, stay in range or kind of thing. Or my splitting, like I like to root CC if I need to. If shit goes crazy. Let me get it. There we go. I was going to offer to buy, but I think I consolidated all my money and sent it over to my rogue, since he's my main and all. I don't have the money to offer. Well, I'll come back when things get more exciting and probably edit out this awkward silence that's been going on. Welcome back again. I'm poozrfroope. This is the Pooz Network. I have a friend here. You might know him as Brian Lutz. I know him as Gay Sex Master.
And my family knows me as the butt merchant.
Butt merchant.
I specialize in butt merchandise.
Apprentice. Have you reached masterhood yet?
That was the old me. No, I'm not a butt master yet or a butt lord, but I'm definitely a butt merchant. I'm like merchant class.
Yeah, you're like part of like merchant guilds.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out what the butt market is, how's it doing.
I'm definitely not in like the anistocracy.
No.
That was hard to say. It sounded good in my head, and then the words they came out through the beer, and then it was butt after that.
Yeah, you were telling me about that delicious beer. I'm jealous.
Oh yeah, this Jolly Rogers Imperial Coffee Stout. Oh god,
nice and strong too, right?
Yeah, it's 9%.
Oh yeah,
it's a real beer.
A kick to it.
I got 2 of these fatty pint pluses here, as opposed to a 6-pack. I just like looked at the value, thought about the flavors exploding in my mouth, and I had to do it.
Sure. May I ask where you purchased it? Because that's going to be something I'm doing in the near future.
I mean, it's just like a little liquor store by my place.
Oh.
Like some people have. You just go to the liquor store, man. They have beer there. I promise.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that one though. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find that one. I might.
The one by your place is pretty cool.
I like the one by my place. I'm somewhat of a regular. The family that owns it knows me pretty well, and.
Why do you hate me, Stigs? So I see poozrfroopes in Missmore.
Yes, my audience already knows what's going on there. I've deemed 27. My goal, as I've told them earlier, is to gain some bronze armor so that I can survive at least like a hit, in order so that I can maybe put up my Hillsong and sell those and run away and come back and try it again. But I heard some recent news about swarm kiting and like the maintenance they did from you. And that is that it's kind of broken.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. So when I logged in earlier today, I went to go swarm kite some guys, and I'm a master at it. You guys all saw the video. Obama saw it. It's fucking awesome. But like I went to go turn to like start actually landing on my kite, and immediately I'm just like killed, struck by all the guys at once. And I hadn't died in probably, like I hadn't died like that just by trying to do it in my normal routine. I'm talking like 15 to 20, probably more than that, like poles, kites. So I'm pretty taken aback by just suddenly watching myself get destroyed by some like greens and blues. And when I come back online, like, first of all, I've like get pissed off and I go to like put some different music on and forget that I just spawned in the over there by the gate without any like run speed enhancement. Didn't memorize any songs yet, and just come back to like a Sarnak kicking my ass. So it's really stupid. But yeah, I also noticed a lot of bards in the zone over there complaining that all the cacti and the birds were like hitting them when they were trying to swarm. So apparently during the service maintenance today, there was some change to the mob run speed that makes swarming not really doable, nor is like strafe running in general doable at normal run speeds. Some sweet cleric came and res my like spawn corpse, and I got my level back.
Nice.
And that's good because
Very
like
good.
yeah, it's just out of the blue, and then I got 44 back, which is nice because I don't know that I'll ever swarm again.
Well, maybe that's petitionable. Like, it might be something they intended to do, but I don't think it was announced or anything like that.
Well, that's the thing. I thought the exact same thing. It's like you guys, whether or not you wanted to do it, like I felt like I died and wasn't either I died through a game bug, or you guys changed the mechanic of the game without announcing it, and I died without being aware of that. So I mean, I guess I'm probably culpable for it, but you know what? I've never liked the way swarming makes my skin feel a lot, and so I went from like level 22 in Lake of Ill Omen to level 44 in the over there, and that's pretty much the only way I've got any experience between that whole period.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because you didn't. I mean, you didn't swarm up until that point.
yeah, I didn't swarm at all up until that point. And then once I figured it out and like got it consistent, it's pretty much curtains. Like that was all I was projecting for myself, and so. Like I played live, you and I both played live for a long, long time, and you mentioned knowing about swarming in live. I was completely
Not swarming, strafing.
No, I'm sorry, yeah, strafing. You mentioned strafing in live, and I was completely oblivious to this. You know, like basically when you run from an enemy, he's just going to keep hitting you if you're at the same run speed. But for whatever reason, if while you're running you also strafe a direction, it creates enough space to where the enemy can no longer hit you, even though you guys are maintaining like the same speed.
Yeah.
It must have something to do with the weird angles of the hitboxes in the game. Anyway, it seems like oversighty by the developers, but like as you notice, bards tend to, I guess you could say, exploit this by using their area dot to amass a bunch of guys and strafe away from them at the same speed and just let their dot, which for some reason will still hit them. And just kill a bunch of guys over and over. So I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, the radius seems to be bigger on those spells. Than the melee radius is different than those spell radius.
Yeah. So that seems to not be working right now in Project 1999, and whether it's intentional or not remains.
And you said
to
it
be
was
seen.
because that the mobs are running faster on average.
Yeah, the mobs seem to be running faster. I'll strafe away from them, and this isn't just me. I mean, this is on the forums and P99 or Project 1999.
Sure, well that's a big deal, more than a big deal than just for bards. I mean, I rely on strafing away from certain death.
It is, and it affects all classes, and it's just a bard that becomes the most pronounced by the whole strafe running because of the swarm kiting aspect of it that they get to exploit. But from my own personal perspective, when I played live, as I mentioned, I was oblivious to strafe running, and from my complete perspective, when you get aggro at something with a similar run speed, you are compelled to make it to the zone line and sustain damage or confront the thing. Like, I was under the impression if you aggro a red and he hits you one time and you go down to 50 and you start moving toward the zone line, he's going to kill you. To know that if you're not stunned, you can just start doing a strafe and he can't hit you, and you can just, and that only the people who know about this can like take advantage of this, which isn't like, that's how everything is. But still, it made me feel really weird, like thinking about all the times I died in live, knowing that there's this weird strafe run thing. And I know it's like part of the game, but I kind of wished it wasn't. And like I didn't think that it added anything to the game. The bard swarm kiting, I don't think it adds anything to the game. The bard is an extreme grouping class, and so yeah, that's kind of my position on that.
You had a good time with it, and I think if you would continue doing it. There might be a point. I think it does slow down for bards.
Yeah.
I think the guides that I've seen don't really go past swarming in the over there. Over there is kind of like the pinnacle, I think.
Well, Chapo said you can swarm till 54, and I'm not sure what exactly happens at 54, but it might have to do with the over there experience or something else. Maybe that's like the highest level that Tigers here, whatever it is. I'm not sure, but apparently you can swarm into your 50s. I'm at 44. My whole goal with it was to become in the same at parity with Simonius and Excelio.
Yeah.
I've achieved that, so like I have to like give up the gangster life now, or just it'd
I
be like
never thought you would.
Godfather. Yeah,
You're
I'm kind
kind
of
of an
like an
OG.
OG.
What the fuck?
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here first in stereo. So I'm waiting for a boat in the docks of Furion and Vi. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be shitting on the evening mug.
Which direction? Or there's options there on that dock, right?
The Furion and Vi dock?
You
No.
going to Butcher Block?
There's options like that? I thought that, no, Furion and Vi only goes to Butcher Block.
I
What are
don't
you
know.
talking about?
I thought maybe like because it's a big dock there. I thought maybe
It's-
on the other side.
I've got a big dock and it only goes one way.
Only the one way. When I get really angry, my dock kind of goes inside. You get
Really?
like hot-headed. My blood is boiling. Really
Oh,
frustrated at a game. It's just my dock just it's now like an inside.
You go into
dock.
like a dock protection mode?
Yeah, like I guess I just get my
I
body's
just-
like your dock is in danger possibly. You got to watch out.
I've been sharing a lot of my EverQuest exploits with Bear, and I was happy because I thought she was like picking up on it and following along because I kept telling her what level I was. And then I was showing her the video that I'd made, and she saw me in Kyrie in North Freeport, and her question was, "Oh, cool! What level is this?" And then I felt sad because then I realized that she didn't know the game the
She
way I
wasn't-
wanted.
She wasn't following along like you thought.
It wasn't fall. My stepmom did the same thing when I was playing Final Fantasy 3, and we just got Mog, and she asked us what level it was. Not Mog, but what level we were on in the game.
Mm-hmm. Like this is like the third level, right? Maybe Bear was like level as in zone.
It's not. My character is level 44, and that's all. That's all. The world isn't level 44. My character. Oh, I get what you're saying. She's saying
Like what zone?
She's saying she was asking what level I was when I made the video, not she wasn't saying that the place I was at in the video was a level.
Or that everyone that you can see is on the same level. I don't know. You
I-
can assume a couple different things from that.
Yeah, you could
but-
assume a couple different things, and you have to like be, you know, sensitive to that. For people that have both not really played a lot of MMORPGs ever, nor have they like played video games in general ever. So to like, I remember trying to show somebody once like who had never really gotten into video games. I wanted them to sit down and like try to play EverQuest, and I didn't fully appreciate the many skills that a person needs to be able to play EverQuest. I mean, you kind of take it for granted.
Yeah.
Being somebody who's already like computer literate, kind of able to type, able to navigate software.
Well, this game
understand-
is hard.
Well, this is a really hard example, but I mean, this is like you have to know Dungeons and Dragons, you have to know first-person shooters, and then you have to know like computer interfacing with a keyboard and a mouse to, you know, like that's a, and like the group and the chat and the filters for it and everything, and just like trying to explain to this person who never played first, like just the mobility of your character, and then when somebody came up to them and was trying to interact with them and trying to get them to like respond and explain to them that there's all this chat happening or this person's talking to them and like they're oblivious to it. I mean, it was interesting getting that perspective from like, what if you really didn't know about any of this at all? What would this look like or seem like? And
Mm-hmm.
it was interesting. I said it was interesting, right? Because I really feel it's interesting.
Like, what level of interesting? Is it like super interesting or just like, interesting?
Interestingly enough, it's like
Enough.
interestingly, and yeah, that's it.
It's interesting
Enough.
enough to pique your curiosity.
My interest, right?
Yeah, interesting. That's interesting that you bring that up, because my interests tend to line up with your interests, and I just find that really interesting. We come from two different backgrounds, both interesting backgrounds. I see very. There's a great future for us if we were to put our stories down in an interesting biographical book of some sort.
You could say biographical, or
Biographical?
you can say whatever you want. It's your book. I just wanted my interest off of it.
You want the interest off of your book, like get your hands off my book interests.
No. I want to make interest from it.
Oh, okay.
Interest. I don't know how much more of that can be done. How much more interesting interest can be.
I like the episodes where two people definitely dominate.
What are you doing right now?
When there's 3 people, I am buffing. I'm doing the buffing rounds on my group, giving them some buffs.
You ever showed up to the dock to watch the fucking boat pulling away?
No, but did you just now?
I died just now. It was me.
Aww.
That is. Hey, YouTube world. Pooz Network clan, all 9 subscribers, 3 times as many as Lutz has, which is like Lutz, his brother, and Pooz. It's literally our group that subscribed to me. Anyway, so I'm popular with certain people, but we are gonna start EverQuest Season 3 on the Kyrie channel, our primary flagship network channel that we get paid from, the label that we're signed to.
Mm-hmm.
And we need some help. Like,
give us some feedback.
We want to roll a new party. So I know that when we kind of teased you guys that this was on the horizon, we had sort of talked a little bit about playing these characters, like our top guys, Simonius, I Never Lutz, and Excelio. But after further review, and kind of thinking about some of the shit that we still haven't really done. Now, I know we haven't done later game stuff in EverQuest, but fudge, dude.
But our comp is not really... We want to... It would be better if one of us would fulfill a more necessary role. Like, I think our only option to us to experiencing higher end content with that group is to snare Fear Kite. I mean, the Lutz doesn't think he can tank. I think he can tank okay.
Oh, I just seen my singing steel, and then I'll freaking tank everything in the world. But it's so I'm in a conundrum here because I just simply love the Bard. I played an Enchanter on live. I loved the power that I felt that I had through the charms, through the illusions, through the crowd control, and the Bard gives me all of that, but then also adds all of these other things like the run speed enhancement. You know, it's hard. I can't understate what it's like to play the game with cellos, with like a Nostromo's tambourine at level 44, and then create a new character and start walking around. Like, the game feels like it's freaking on Thorazine or something. Like, it's just so slow. And so I love that the Bard makes the game so fast-paced all of a sudden. And I'm a, like, ADD kind of person to begin with. So, like, having just the endless amount of shit that I'm responsible for, having to run around and click and clack, is perfect for me. And so, like, I enjoy playing it, and I felt like it's my class. It's a class that defines me. Like, I think Pooz might feel that way about the Rogue. But, yeah, I mean, I'm just like going on a limb by saying that. But you're kind of roguish and you like to do people from behind. But then the Bard is so perfect for me that this is what I want to play in an end game group in Temple of Vishan or whatever we end up doing in Velius. Like, this is the guy I want to roll out there. But for, you know,
killing giants for like dragon rep.
Right. But just hanging out with like the Kyrie clan and everything, making funny videos where we talk about bullshit with you guys. We want to create a new group of fun dudes, and you know, if it clicks really hard and we decide that we want to play these guys, so like kind of later game stuff, that's awesome. But I think for right now, like if you ask me when I reminisce about EverQuest, I don't think about Karnor's Castle as much as I like think about the Temple of Mar. And like when I was just recently in the Temple of Mar, I felt so nostalgic where I made my first human paladin because it's my first character ever. And, you know, human's the only accessible race to me. I don't know anything about the game, so I start with something familiar like a human. And the city of Freeport was so cool, and that tower is so cool. There's so many NPCs. There's so many quests that they're offering me. Like, I couldn't keep up with all the things that were just, like, pulling me every direction. And I loved it. And, like, when I go to Karnor's Castle, I don't feel feelings like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is where I did a really good job doing crowd control. And so I think for the nostalgia or what, you know, would be fun to watch in a video, man, I would like to just watch somebody tour Temple of Mar, dude. I don't know. So like, I'm not thinking hard about doing raiding groups with the party we're starting. I'm thinking hard about a party that we can be completely sufficient with the three of us and enjoy the places we're in and hopefully make new memories like that. There's zones that people haven't seen. Like Kyrie's never even seen Payneal. Never seen Payneal. He has never seen one of the cities in EverQuest. Like I don't know how else to say
Wait,
that.
Payneal is the evil erudite city, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you know what? I don't think I have either. And to tell you the truth, I don't. The only way that I think you had is because you were an enchanter. And you can like change your like.
The only reason I have is because I said, "What the fuck? I've never seen a city in EverQuest."
Yeah, yeah.
I felt that way about Halas too, and I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" I'm
Halas
starting a
is cool.
barbarian. Yeah, and I've definitely visited Halas later, but Payneal I remember was a conscious effort to visit the city to see it. I
Yeah.
went literally on vacation there. Um, so I mean that sort of stuff appeals to me. Neriak is like, in my opinion, the coolest city in the game. I don't think we have much at all in that city, so rolling Dark Elves would be cool. But yeah, we want some feedback. We want to start a new
I'm
little trio. Want to
I'm
know what
leaning
races?
towards Ixar because even in live, I wasn't really familiar with Kunark. Like I didn't hardly level up there at all in live. Recently, I leveled up in Lake of Ill-Omen and maybe a bit in over there, like only just a tad. I really Fear and Avai is a pretty interesting place. I remember trying to get around from one place to another, and that was cool because as a rogue I can sneak hide, and they have like dungeons that you can go through. There's like dungeons that connect zones, and I know that's kind of in the old continents as well, but you don't see it so much.
Yeah.
Like Blackborough is like in order to get from one place to another, you have to go through Blackborough. That's pretty cool. I like that
That's
stuff.
a no. I love that part though. That's like Halas and everything.
Hmm.
Like, I uh, I I don't know. I've played a lot of Kunark on main. I Furion of I, not Furion of I, but Lake of Ill-Omen and the Dreadlands especially. Between both just like doing Drovar groups and then doing Karnar's Castle. And man, those Enchanter, when I play my Enchanter and I get in those full groups and like the Polar and the Tank and the Healer are just like clicking and I love doing crowd control. Like I said, I like keeping track of a lot of different things. I like clicking. I like hitting the keyboard. And so I was having a blast with them pulling the extra stuff in, ads showing up, having to keep it all pinned down. Um, but I don't know, man. Like, I still think that we would have a super good time. But Kunark's like we see so much of that. We've done Fury on a Vibe, we've done Over There, we've done Dreadlands, we've done Lake of Ill-Omen. I know that you didn't play it a lot on live,
Well, I
but
haven't even
fuck,
done that
bro.
much now. I know you have with the swarming. You've gone through
Let
different.
me just ask. Wait, have you ever gone experience one single time on the continent of Odin
Yes,
or Otis? I mean,
yes, I have.
so you've like actually
I I
XP'd there.
I created an erudite wizard, and I think she's like 8 or so.
There's Bear. I'm looking at Bear.
Beer. Well,
Beer.
this is going to be a long episode. I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. Thanks for joining, guys.
We want to know what
Appreciate it.
race, what class.
Please comment about race possibilities. I think we kind of even want to stay with one race and like what we can do with that. That's
I don't
kind of
like it.
limiting, but
Cruz keeps saying XR, and it's making me sad because the classes that XR provides for are like the best,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but
I'm feeling like Ixar Necro Monk Shaman. I think that would be pretty cool. But
yeah.
let us know what you guys think. Kind of a staticky group, not needing others, but getting others would be cool. So just let us know. I need to save someone in my group. So thanks for coming. Comment. Give me a like if you believe in the flying spaghetti monster, and subscribe. That's always appreciated. Thank you.